Laid Back Mickey here with Jerome at Greenspeed, and we're going to go over the 2020 lineup for Greenspeed. These are amazing trikes. Greenspeed is the godfather of the modern day trike. They've been around the longest of these modern trikes. My first trike was a Greenspeed GT3. I love that trike. It was fast and furious, and I've always had a heart for Greenspeed. Tell us a little bit more about what we're looking at and what's cool about this model. This is the Magnum, the Greenspeed Magnum.
This is a Magnum SD, standard Magnum, been our most popular line so far. The Magnum SD has a square aluminum tube frame, very stiff. And of course, with the square tubing, the crank extension cannot turn because of the square angles. And of course, the square edges allow the frame to be stiff, to keep the rear end stiff so we don't get a lot of tail wag. We also got the swept back cross members to allow for easier entrance and exit, of course. We got a seat that actually adjusts in height and back angle, and of course everything, all the adjustments for the handlebars and the seat and everything is all quick release stuff. Nice. Even the hubs in the front are quick release. So you just pop the thing off, put it back on, and there you go. It's that easy. Nice. So that's a Magnum SD. And of course this is rated for, I believe, 300 pounds. And it looks big and heavy, but it rides like a small little race trike, which is very cool.
Yeah, it's super fast. It performs very well. The nice thing about Greenspeed is they have indirect steering, which gives it super smooth turning, and it has just a glide feel to it. Also, this thing folds up super compact. You can take the wheels off, you can take the seat off. It folds up. You could fit it in the back of a trunk. You could fit it in the back of a hatchback. You could fit it in the back of an SUV. This trike, not only does it perform well, it's easy to transport, which that's what people want, and they want to be able to take their trike easily and maneuver it easy. And what I like about Greenspeed is you've always designed quality products and then quality accessories to go with these products. You guys, you don't skimp anywhere. You guys only do the nicest stuff, and I love it. What's the next trike that we're going to check out?
We're going to check out the big version of the Magnum SD, Magnum XL, which will accommodate a 450-pound rider. And the big boy stuff now.
Nice. So the 450, it's the only trike out there that I know of that does 450 in a performance trike. That is awesome. And so anyway, we're going to go check it out. Let's go over there. Laid Back Mickey here again, checking out the Greenspeed Magnum XL. It's the trike. If you're a little bigger, a little taller, whatever it is, we have this amazing trike that can fit you. So tell us a little bit about the Magnum XL, Jerome.
Yes, the Magnum XL has all the features, the functionality of a standard Magnum, except everything has been blown up a little bit more to accommodate a bigger, taller, heavier rider. The seat is wider, it's taller, the tires are a little bigger and heavier. The frame is reinforced a little bit to support extra weight, and of course the seat adjusts in height, the back angle, all the functionality that the standard Magnum has, except it accommodates a larger rider.
Yeah, it's an awesome trike. We sell a ton of them. This is probably one of our most popular ones, you know, besides the Magnum SD and some of the other models, because it's so unique. And the cool thing is that the Magnum, again, the seat will go up high and go down low for more performance. The big apples on these are super amazing. It's like having a full suspension trike without paying for suspension or adding the weight. So that's really cool. Very well designed from the godfather of trikes. And this trike is amazing. But what are we going to check out next?
I think we'll go to the Magnum big wheel for the people that just think they have to have a big wheel in the back to look cool.
Yes, big wheel. And yeah, on a longer wheelbase, you know, the cool thing about that is it's supposed to give it a little smoothness to the ride. And some people go, well, can I still fit it in my car? Well, yes, it still folds. In fact, I think all the Greenspeeds fold except for the Fast Arrow, right?
That's exactly right.
So check it out, and there's rumors about a Delta folder,
Yes.
and we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Okay, we are on to the Greenspeed Magnum Big Wheel. This is cool. You like a fast trike, you like a folding trike, you like a trike that has a lot of adjustability, you like a trike that is well made and that the manufacturer has been around the longest that I know of. Tell us a little bit about the Greenspeed Big Wheel.
Yes, the Greenspeed Big Wheel is essentially a Magnum SD with a large rear wheel. And the back end has been reinforced to keep that big wheel stiff, or keep the back end from wagging down a long, fast descent. So you can blast down a hill without worrying about, wetting yourself, so to speak.
That's a good thing, yeah.
and of course, the big wheel again has the same functionality as an SD: the adjustable seat, the quick pop-off wheels, and the full adjustability of handlebars and seat, and it folds up. Not quite as small because you got a big wheel back there, but it still folds up small enough to get into a trunk or a small hatchback or whatever. And of course, with the big wheel, it rides a little bit more comfortable ride. Once you get it up to speed, it's a little bit easier to keep maintain the speed.
Nice. And so the neat thing about Greenspeed is what I've always liked. They had this super comfy headrest, this super thick, comfortable headrest. Some of the headrests are small and you bounce on them and it's not as comfortable. This one's super comfy. And also what's cool is for, people with wider hips, these on Greenspeed, the steering wheel or the steering handles are adjustable outwards, away from the body, and they're adjustable forward and aft. And it's all quick release. This seat comes off quick release really fast, and the seat is adjustable for the height, so you could raise it up or lower it down. This is a super amazing trike. You gotta try one out. The seat, tell us a little bit about why this seat over any other seats and what makes it comfortable, or tell us about it.
Well, the seat was originally, the shape of the seat, or the seat frame, was designed by a chiropractor to support the back. We also use a open weave seat to allow air for cooling. And also the seat frame is anodized. In other words, the tubing is very, very slick. So the slick material easily moves over it to give some, what I call passive suspension. The seat moves on the frame and gives you a little cush as you're going over bumps. Nice. So it's actually a very functional seat in many respects as far as comfort goes, cooling goes, and of course some suspension built into the seat as well. So that's the seat we really believe in, and it actually does work.
Yeah, and that's the neat thing about the seat is it gives, but it doesn't give so much that it sags. And so I love my Greenspeed seat on my GT series. The nice thing on a long ride is super, super comfy. And so you don't feel like you're getting fatigued in the back or the butt or anything like that. You just feel like you're floating in a hammock and you're pedaling away and cruising.
And we didn't mention the drum brakes. We exclusively use drum brakes now in all our products. And of course, a lot of people don't know much about drum brakes. They think, well, drum brakes is the old style brake on a car, and it's been superseded by the real cool disc brake stuff. Well, on a trike, at least our trikes, we have found out through trial and error that the larger 90 millimeter drum brakes actually work almost as effectively as a disc brake, with absolutely no maintenance, and I don't even know the longevity of it. I know I have customers that have GTOs from 20 years ago that's got 50, 60,000 miles on their drum brakes, and they still do not need new pads on their drums.
Yeah, it's like having 20 times more brake pad. It's, if you pull it off, there's tons of brake material. I've never replaced any of the padding. I've never had one. The only times I had them wear out is if somebody tries to spray some chemical on them, which is weird, and ruins them. But other than that, they're pretty much almost indestructible.
And they stop almost as good as a disc brake.
Yeah.
Except when you have an emergency and you get a whole handful of disc brake, it doesn't immediately lock up the front wheels, and that can be a dangerous thing. Yeah, just chuck you off of it.
Yeah, this stops you very smoothly to a gradual stop. So this is amazing trike. What's our next trike that we're going to check out?
I think we'll go to the GT20 Series next.
Okay, laid back Mickey here. Now we're going to check out the Greenspeed GT20 and tell us a little bit about this. This has been a popular trike. What's going on with the GT20?
Yes, the GT20 is basically a scaled down Magnum. It still has a square frame, a little bit smaller. The seat's a little smaller in width and height. It's basically for a smaller rider that wants the full functionality of a Magnum, except on a smaller scale. The only major difference between a GT20 and a Magnum is the GT20 wheels do not have the quick release axles. They have the screw-on wheels, but otherwise the handlebars adjust forward and aft, in and out. The seat adjusts up and down, back and forth for different adjustability on the angle, and of course the frame is aluminum square tubing again for ultimate stiffness and performance. And it's just basically a scaled down Magnum.
And what size riders would fit on this, and what's the weight capacity?
The weight capacity, I think, is still around 300 pounds.
Yeah.
But of course, the size of the rider, the seat size kind of
I know I still can fit on this. So I'm between, like, I could ride this, the GT20, or I could ride the Magnum. They both work for me.
And it work equally as well for me as well.
Yeah.
I just find that the GT20 performs a little better because it's a little smaller and a little lighter weight.
Yeah, lighter, more nimble,
yes.
And yeah, we've sold the Magnum to people that are like 150, the big boy,
yes.
Just because they like the wider seat. It's like the difference between a Cadillac Escalade, which has a nice cushy seat in there, or like a Porsche 911, right?
Yes.
And we're going to go on and we're going to talk about some of your Ferrari trikes here in a minute. Your fast trikes. So this one, quick, nimble, compact, easy to fit into a car. So this is amazing trike, the Greenspeed GT20, and let's go check out what's next.
The next one would be the suspended GT20 with the rear suspension.
Rear suspension, nice. Let's check it out. Okay, laid back Mickey here. We're going over the Greenspeed GT20 rear suspension, right? And so anyway, check out this suspension. This is amazing. That's a lot of suspension right there, and you can actually make it stiffer, or you can make it a little less stiff, right? You have a little lockout on it.
The weight can be adjusted as well.
Okay, so you got a recovery weight, so how fast it comes back and forth. So tell us a little bit more about this. Anything that's really cool about the rear suspension, and why just rear suspension versus front suspension? Tell us something.
Well, we had a lot of requests for people that wanted rear suspension on a trike for rough trails and rough roads and so on and so forth. For those kind of conditions where the passive seat suspension wasn't quite enough. So we developed the GT20 that has rear suspension to give a little bit more cush for the really bad potholes out there,
nice,
so to speak. And of course, the rest of the GT20 is exactly the same as a standard GT20. So you got all the functionality that you should love about a GT20, except that you have an additional benefit of a rear suspension.
Nice. So it's a GT20, but it has rear suspension. It's super cool. You gotta try it out. You gotta love it. It comes with all the cool features that you can add on, like a headrest. You could add on front fenders. You could add on a chain gobbler that is quick adjustment on the seat. Rear rack. Anything that you want to ride in comfort with ease. You can do it on a GT20. It's awesome. What's the next trike we're going to check out?
We're going to check out a GT20 that has a bigger wheel in the back.
So kind of
26.
Yeah, like the Magnum 26.
That's exactly right.
Let's check it out real quick. Okay, laid back Mickey here with Jerome from Greenspeed, and we are going over now the GT26, which is a big wheel, but it's super duper fast. If you like fast, but you like something comfortable, this is the trike for you. Tell us a little bit about the GT26.
Yes, the GT26 is for those, like Mickey had said, that want to go a little faster, but a little bit more comfortable ride with the rear big wheel, and of course for those that just like the looks of a big wheel in the back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a standard GT20 again with all the functionality of a GT20, except it's got the benefit of a larger back wheel for those that like rear wheels, large rear wheels.
Yeah. And these come with really cool fast tires, the Schwalbe Kojaks on them, right?
Yes.
And that's they're a little harder, but it's faster. But with the suspended seat, you're not feeling it as much as you would on a regular bicycle, but you're getting the speed of those fast road tires.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think you clinched her.
I nailed it. So anyway, so we went over the GT20, GT20 rear suspension, and the GT26. What's our next trike?
I think we'll end up with the finale with our little Arrow race trike for those that really want to go fast.
Okay, laid back Mickey here. We are checking out an amazing trike. Wait, there's a trike rider going on by. It's amazing, Larry.
There he goes.
Okay, and there he goes. So today we are going to check out the Greenspeed Arrow. It's their super fast trike. Do you like jets? Do you like things that go fast? Do you like Ferraris? Do you like Ferrari red? Check out this trike. Jerome, tell us about the Greenspeed Arrow.
Yes, the Greenspeed Arrow has been designed from the ground up for ultimate speed. It's designed for streamlining. The air really goes by you quite nicely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to sit on this thing and show you some stuff that has been designed into the trike that might not be real obvious if I don't sit on it. When I sit on it, I'm kind of laid down. As you can see, the wind just kind of slices right by me. My frontal area is very small, and when I got my hands on the handlebars, even my arms tuck into my sides so that the wind flows by me in an aerodynamic way. And what's really cool is the steering. The steering is almost like flying a jet.
Yeah.
And
like
it's so responsive and so intuitive. It's an unbelievable feel on the steering. And of course, it does have the carbon covers to streamline the spokes on the wheels. It has a streamlined front cross member, also to streamline the trike going through the wind. Everything has been designed to go through the wind as efficiently as possible. And I can tell you from experience, this is what I ride all the time. And going into a headwind is not nearly as big an issue anymore with this Arrow because you slice through the wind so efficiently.
Nice. And so can you keep up with road riders on this trike?
Well, as long as they're not what I call Olympic type riders, normal kids I can keep up with or pass.
Yeah. And then what's the size of the chainring on this one? This one's a huge chainring.
I think this is a 58.
A 58.
I actually have either 63 or 73 on mine.
Oh, so you can upgrade these.
Yeah, you can upgrade them, yes. And this is a 30 speed, 3-speed in the front, 10 in the back.
Nice. This is a super fast trike. So if you're going from like a road bike and you've been going fast with your friends for a long time, you can get on this trike, keep up with them, pass them up. You could fly down a hill, and if everybody's going up the steepest hills, you never have to get off your trike. You just keep on riding. It's amazing. It's fast. And it's fun. It's fun. That's and it's shaped like a jet. I mean, just the design of it is amazing. And so the godfather that designed this, he did a great job. Greenspeed, still hot as ever, moving forward, still coming out with amazing designs. Look forward to some new designs coming in 2021. But this lineup, this is hot. So for those who like Greenspeed and love them and that like these videos, go ahead, like us, share us, and remember to subscribe below. And this is Mickey and Jerome over at the Greenspeed booth at Recumbent CycleCon. And peace out. We'll see you.